Mel talked to us a little bit about how she was really pouring into you, throughout this game, and saying like, "I'll get you open on the screen" and things like that. I guess I'm just curious if you can take us through. Obviously, we see what JJ does and what she's able to do, but just that leadership that she's able to give to everyone on the team.
Yeah, well, it's huge. I mean, I think she's been able to watch for a while, and I think that's helped her become just an even better leader. You almost have like a different perspective when you're on the bench watching how your teammates, act to certain things, how they're guarded, what actions are open, what's not. And so I think it's given her, she's used her time away obviously to get back healthy, but also to just understand how her leadership really helps us. And I think she was able to see, if she didn't already know her worth on this team, I think it showed even more and shined. Her absence, she felt it, like she knew, and I think for us it was like, whether you're on the bench or playing, we need that leadership, and so super happy to be able to see how she's just continued to grow into that with her first game back. I feel like she didn't really miss a beat, and it's tough to do with being out for so long.
Sabrina, on that note, Jonquil said before the fourth quarter, even amidst your early struggles, she said you were going to be the quote nail in the coffin. So what does it mean to have that confidence in a fellow elite athlete and a fellow elite leader like Jonquil?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. We've played together for a few years now, so she always kind of has that good intuition of knowing when something's about to come. So obviously super, happy that she kind of was able to talk me through it and believe in me, especially when I wasn't shooting the ball well, to be able to see a few go through and kind of be able to take off when we needed it.
Sabrina, you mentioned JJ, she's back healthy. Izzy's playing well off the bench. Saying he expects y'all to be back on Friday. Just what's it like to have a healthy Liberty team?
Yeah, I mean, we're really good when we're all healthy and able to be on the court together, and it's exciting. It's exciting for us. I think we've been waiting for this moment for a while, and obviously we're going to hit adversity at other parts of the season, and I think it's just helped us. Like, we understand what we need to do when players go, are in and out, or players are struggling to score, how to help one another, because we've been able to go through it. And so obviously we're super excited for her to be back healthy, because I'm not sure how many games we've lost with her on the court. I don't know. None. Okay, yeah. So we got to keep her on the court.
Sabrina just kind of got you going in the fourth quarter. The start of your few buckets. JJ sets a little step up screen in transition, and you hit a bunch of shots. What does JJ as a screener, as pick and roll partner, just mean for you kind of specifically on offense?
I mean, they don't switch, so because she's a 5, so obviously their coverage was switch 1 through 4, try and keep us in front. Because sometimes they go small on Stewie and switch on the guard, but with JJ you can't switch. So for me, obviously, being able to get those screens, I think I came down, hit her on a cross-court pass for a 3, and then it just kind of trickles in understanding how she spaces the floor as a shooter. She doesn't always need to roll. She can pop, shoot the 3 really well, but also she's just a great screener. And so for us, continuing to build that chemistry and, being able to see a few go in, obviously, is great as well.
Sabrina, I know you guys fielded a lot of questions this morning about Emma, but just what was your reaction to the news that she was joining Liberty?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I knew it wasn't a decision that was made without me knowing. So very, happy that the world was kind of finally able to hear, and I think it also, speaks highly of our front office and how they continue to work to bring the right pieces here, and understanding it's like longevity. Like, we want to build a legacy here as one of the best teams and bring in many championships, not just one. And that means we got to bring in the right pieces, the right people, the right basketball players. And so I'm excited for her to get here and for us to be able to kind of build chemistry together.
And then obviously she's a champion, she's a pro, but what is the challenge of integrating a player, regardless of who it is, late in the season when you're on a championship run like you guys are?
Yeah, I mean, it's just figuring out how she fits and where she fits, and I think we have a pretty good understanding of that. It's just going to be able to get her here, understanding our terminology, our offense. Obviously, she's pretty familiar with the system in terms of Sandy and Olaf, and played with a few of our players. So I don't really foresee it to be too difficult just because of the type of player that she is. And so obviously we'll have to over-communicate and, try and get her up to speed as fast as we can. But the good thing is we have some time. It's not too late in the year.
Sabrina, staying
Staying on the new additions real quick. Obviously, Steph only played about 4 minutes, but 3 turnovers. And I noticed when she was coming back to the bench, you kind of like just letting her know that it was going to be okay. So just want to speak about you stepping into your leadership role. What did you tell her, and how much are you just tapping into that leadership role of yours?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, there's a lot of pressure on her and even Emma and any kind of new addition to this team who hasn't had training camp and time to be able to get familiar with the offense, what they need to do. And so for her to just get thrown out there and in front of a crowd that we had tonight, the team that we were playing, and, is not easy for anyone. And so I, kind of just told her, forget about that. Just continue to be aggressive and play as hard as you can, and don't worry about the first game. It's always going to be tough, but we're excited for her to kind of get her feet under her, and we obviously know what she brings and how she's going to help us.
The player that Izzy was at the start of the season is not who she's been over this last recent stretch. Just what have you thought about her evolution within the offense and just kind of finding that comfortability and knowing where her spots are?
I mean, she's honestly been one of the best teammates I've ever had. She's just a pro's pro, and from the beginning, whether she was playing no minutes or to now playing a lot of minutes, she's just stayed consistent in her work ethic, her leadership, how she continues to unite us and be a voice in the locker room, especially for the bench players. Like, she's kind of owned that role, and knowing that's what we need her to do is make sure that she kind of is able to be that bench player that comes in every night and ready. No matter when your number is called, you're ready. And she's done it. Like, she's worked herself into a great role and great spot for us, and I think you're able to see how we've all built such a good relationship with her as well. Like, I have a great relationship with her now on the court, and knowing like where she needs to be, how to set the screen, the passes that are coming when I'm not looking at her, they're still coming to her. And I think she kind of understands that now. And so it's fun. Like, that's the part of this that is exciting, especially with the new pieces, is building chemistry together and then being able to see how it translates on the court.
Sabrina, it seems like, I mean, you said that you've played with JJ for now, I guess this is the third year.
Yeah.
It just looks like when you're able to find her in those spots, I guess how much of it is just muscle memory of just being able to sort of really click back into what you were doing.
Yeah, you kind of just pick up where you left off. There's no, at least for me, kind of being the point guard that usually is the one that gets her the ball. It's kind of like, riding a bike. It's just you understand where the ball needs to go. I know the spots she likes. I know, where she wants the ball, how to get it to her. I wasn't even looking on that pass, and she knew it was coming to her. And so it's just fun when you're able to build chemistry with someone for a few years, and then you're able to see how seamless it feels, especially when they've been out for a while. And we haven't even played together that long, so I think it is exciting to see what the future has, in store for us as a team.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you. Go ahead.